Hey guys, it's Kim again from Kim Fit. I hope you all had a really nice long weekend and were able to enjoy a little bit of that sunshine while staying safe, staying at home, sending love to all yourselves and your family. I am back with another leg and core workout for you guys. It's going to be the same format as last week, so a 30-minute follow-along workout with minimal equipment needed. This week we're going to have a little bit more focus on the posterior chain, so that is our glutes, our hamstrings, and that's really important when we're running because these muscles are used when we're extending through that running stride, and also having some strong glutes is really protective for the knees and for the lower back. So if you suffer with knee or lower back pain, maybe these workouts and these exercises can serve as a little bit of inspiration for you. So equipment wise, we're going to need again something like a chair or a sofa or a step, something that you can rest your shoulders on. I would again recommend wearing trainers and having a mat just to protect your spine when we're on the floor doing some floor work. There is an option to add a band, so something like this. If you don't have it, don't worry. If you have something heavy, then grab that, a heavy book or a 2-litre bottle of water, anything like that will do, and that's for the first exercise. So pause the video if you need to go and grab some equipment or set up. Okay, hopefully you're back now, and we're going to get going shortly. Once again, I just want to emphasise that I'm not there to keep an eye on you or watch your technique, so use your own best judgment. Stop or regress any exercise that doesn't feel right for your body, and you can always drop me a comment down below and I can help you with those options for next time you do this workout. So we're going to start with a warm-up like last week, and then we're going to move into our workout, which is 6 exercises. We're going to do 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and then we're going to repeat that 3 times through. We've got a mixture of double leg and single leg moves this week, so where it's single leg, we're going to do 20 seconds of work on each side, but you don't have to worry about any of that, just listen to me, I'll do the timing. Okay, so grab what you need if you haven't already, grab a drink, and let's get going. Okay, so we're going to start on hands and knees. So line up with your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. And we're going to mobilise the spine. So drop the belly, look forward, chest up, and then we're going to push away from the mat, curve our spine, look through towards the knees. And we're just going to flow between these two shapes. This one's called cat-cow. So really pushing away from the mat all the time. Trying to move that spine vertebrae by vertebrae. Good, keep it going. 2 more. Push away. Really stretch across the shoulders. And then drop the belly, open across the chest. Last one. Good. Come back to flat back. So we're going to go into a plank from here. We're going to do the same move we did last week. So from here, right foot down, and we're going to open out. And back. Left foot comes up, twist open, and back. Waking up the hips, mobilising the thoracic spine. Good. This is a bit too much for you. You can always lower the knee. Okay? You can even keep the knee lowered the whole time. This is what I mean by regressing any movement that doesn't feel right for you. So let's just do one more. And back. Now from From our 4 point, we're just going to pull one knee through. So now we're in sort of a more upright, low lunge position. From here, I want you to put your hands around your front foot, and then we're going to push the heels back, walk back, and sit back towards that left leg. Should feel this in the hamstring. And we're going to make it a little bit more dynamic, so we're just going to again flow through from that lunge, and then sitting back. So again, good for the hips, good for the posterior chain. Make sure you've got adequate padding for your knee for this one. Couple more. Try and keep those hips straight, try not to be wonky. One more. Good. And then we're just going to swap. We're bringing the other foot up. Hands down either side of that foot. Lunging through and then pulling back. And again, flowing between those two shapes. So now I'm feeling this in my left hamstring. And then when I'm in this shape, my right hip and quad. You may feel it slightly differently, and that's fine. We've all got our own tightness. A few more. Last one. Okay, from here, have a sit down. And we're going to have our feet fairly wide apart. Let me shuffle back a fraction. Quite wide, wider than hip distance. And you're going to have your hands behind you, leaning back. You're just going to drop both knees down to the floor, to one side, and then the other. So we're just going to windshield wiper from side to side, taking our hips through internal and external rotation. Try and keep the chest up. Okay, and then we're going to come to our left and stay towards our left. Open that left leg back. Sorry, back leg back. So I've got 90 degrees, 90 degrees. You might be a little bit tighter depending on your range, that's fine. Take your hands, put one by your knee, one by your foot. So I've got my left hand by my knee, my right hand by my foot. And I'm just going to lift and lower, thinking chest to knee. So we're just working into that left glute, left hip now. So like I said, we're going to work quite hard in these areas today. You can sort of circle. And then finally, I just want you to find a nice stretch and hold. And here you can relax the head down. Okay, coming up, back to the middle. Few left to right moves. See if that left hip feels any different. And then we're going to come over and face the opposite side. So again, I've created two right angles. We'll call this the 90-90 stretch for that reason. If you're a bit tighter in, that's fine. Right hand by my knee, left hand by my foot. And again, I'm just going to lift and lower. Good. So you should be feeling this now in your right hip and glute. And again, feel free to circle. Find where in your joint you're getting stuck or tight. And then once you've found it, just lower and hold. Couple of breaths here. And come back up. Okay, so we're going to wake up the posterior chain a little bit more now before we get going. So we're going to do 20 squats and 20 glute bridges, okay? That number's too high, aim for 15, aim for 10. Just want you to feel that those muscles are switching on, ready to work in the main workout. So let's go for the glute bridge to begin with. So lying on your mat, feet hip distance apart, pressing into the floor, hands flat out, face down, and then we're just going to tuck the bum under and lift up and down. So squeezing those glute muscles. Okay, let's keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. So hopefully you felt the glutes and the hamstrings wake up there. And then we're just going to do the same for our squats, okay? So just giving you a little bit of a warmer before we get moving. So I'll stand side on for your squats. Feet at least hip distance apart, you can have your toes pointing out, and then sitting back as if we're sitting down towards a chair. Okay, so again, we're going to do 20. 3, 4, press down through the heels. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 2 more, and 20. Good. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling a little bit more mobile and a little bit warmer, and you can feel sort of your leg muscles in particular have switched on and are ready to go. So again, pause the video now if you need to grab anything before we start. Like I said, what you'll mainly need is a sofa, a chair, something like that. And if you have a band like this, perfect, grab it. But absolutely not essential, okay? Okay then, so we're working for 40 seconds, resting for 20. The timer will be down here, so I'm just going to start that now. So listen out for that, but I'll of course give you cues as well. So our 6 exercises are a hip thrust, that's what you need the sofa for, a curtsy lunge, a single leg bridge, a hamstring walkout, I did I write? Let me check. Okay, let's try again. Hip thrust, curtsy lunge, a split squat, hamstring walkout, and then we move on to core. So we're going to do a slow mountain climber and a wood chop. So 6 exercises. I'll demo and describe and give you cues as we go along. So listen out for those, follow along, do your best, press pause whenever you need to, and let's get going, shall we? So hip thrust is up first. So I'm going to leave my band. Okay, so let's get started. So leaning back onto your sofa or chair at about bra strap or shoulder blade height. Hips high, we're just going to lower and drive up. So it's your hip thrust, so think about lowering from your sternum and driving up, squeezing the glutes. If you feel like you're about to fall off the sofa, then shuffle back the way. And if you feel like you can't get much range, you may need to move your back further off. A little bit of trial and error, getting your setup right, but you want your heels under your knees. Okay, stop there. That's exercise 1 done. Next up we're going to do curtsy lunge. I'm just going to pop my mat out of the way because I don't want to slip. So this is a single leg exercise, but we're going to alternate. So you're going to step back, diagonally and lunge. Back to the middle, back diagonally and lunge. Okay, careful that the knee doesn't go in front of the toe. This is a really good one for getting the glutes. Good, chest up. Good, keep it going. Nice control, this isn't a hip workout, no rushing. And last one, stop there. Okay, good. Exercise 3 is our split squat. So I'm going to stand side on for this one for you. And it's a variation of a lunge. So with this one you want to have your feet split, but hip distance apart. Then we're just going to drop down and up. And again, that knee should track to the ankle. So not forwards, not back, think down, up. Okay, we're going to do 20 seconds each leg for this exercise. Okay, swap your feet round, tuck under, lower and up. If you want to have something to balance onto, that's no problem. It's good, so really driving down. The knee doesn't need to touch the floor, just close. 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, so I need my mat for the next exercise. This is a hamstring walkout. It's quite tricky. So lying flat. 3, 2, 1, legs bent. Lift the hips. You're going to walk away, keeping the hips high, and back in. The hips will want to drop towards the floor. Keep them nice and high. Good. Keep walking those legs away, and then back in. Bum needs to be contracting and tucked, otherwise your lower back is going to take too much strain. If it's too much, lower and lift between each move. Remember, you've got that option to lower and lift. Okay, that was 40 seconds. So now we're going to move into our core section. So we're going to start with a slow mountain climber. So for this one, we stay near the ground. Come into that high press up. You're just going to pull your knee towards your nose, nice and slowly. If this is too much, a nice alternative is to use your sofa or chair, shoulders over wrists, and you can modify in this way. Making sure the bum's tucked and we're not sagging. We're a nice straight line, head to heel. Good, 5 seconds. And stop. Okay, our last move is a wood chop, and again we're going to do 20 seconds of each for this. So just come into this lunge. Nice stable base. We're going to start low, so I'm going from left low to right high. So we're twisting, but my hips are staying nice and stable. If you want to add something in your hands to add some weight to this, then feel free. But for the first round, it's quite nice to just go body weight. Swap legs, and then we're going to go right low, left high. So we work both sides. My hips are staying nice and still, and it's just my torso that's rotating. And stop there. Okay. So we're going to have a little bit more rest between sets than we did last week. So hopefully you've got a drink handy. If not, go grab one. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so that's our 6 exercises. For round 2, I will offer a few progressions. You can stick with round 1's version, or you can make it a little bit harder. It's up to you. Do what feels good for your body, okay? Okay then, let's go in 15 seconds. So this time round for the hip thrust, I'm going to add a band around my knees. You can add something weighted across your lap. So I've got my shoulders on the sofa. I'm going to lower my hips and drive back up. And I'm working against this band so my knees don't come close together. So your knees just stay in line with your ankle through the whole movement. So again, making sure your feet and your ankles is underneath your knee, that your glutes are tucked and switched on at the top of this movement, and that you don't have an excessive bend at the low. If you do, you're probably going too far down. You don't have to touch the floor. 3, 2, 1, stop. Band off. So coming back to standing, curtsy lunges are up next. Shake the legs out if you need. Okay, we're going in 3, 2, 1. So stepping back to the diagonal, so back and left. Keep the chest up. The lower you can sink here, the more you're going to feel it in the glutes. And again, no need to rush this movement. Try and keep the toes pointing forwards on the front leg at all times. That will help keep your knee aligned. Good, let's keep it going. A little wobble, that's always okay. Good, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice work. Okay, so we're going into our split squat now. So the variation I'm going to add is a little half rep, if you want to take it. So split those feet, make sure you're on train tracks, not a tightrope. So we're going to lower down, straight down, and up. If you want to add a pause, sorry, not a pause, a half rep, we're going to go down, half rep, down, up. So it's like a little bob. Good. So there's lots of ways to progress exercises. Swap legs. So down, little bob, low. Good, watch the knee. Needs good control this one. Last one, and stop. Okay, great. So moving on to the floor for our hamstring walkout. We're not going to progress this one, it's hard enough. Feet hip distance apart, hands on the floor, press up, tuck the glutes, keep those hips high and walk the feet away, and then back underneath your knees. Good. Again, if you wanted a bit of rest in between, lower those hips and lift them. That can actually be really nice to make sure that your hips are remaining lifted, not just dropping throughout the whole movement. Also gives you an opportunity to check in with your pelvis and make sure that lower back's flat. Okay, good. Hamstring bridges done. We're going to do those slow mountain climbers next. So coming down to your mat. Remembering we start in a push-up position. So find that press-up position. We don't want to be too high, nor do we want to be low. And we're just going to march that knee through towards either the elbow, or you can think straight through the middle. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep breathing. And remember the option to lift your hands up. So use a chair or your sofa if this is too challenging. Really squeeze that knee through. To make it harder, you can add a pause. Maybe next round. Okay, stop. Okay, one more exercise to go for this round. We're going to do those wood chops. So again, make sure you've got something to pad your knee. Come down into our lunge. So I've got my right leg up. I'm going to go low from left to high on the right. Keeping my hips nice and stable. I'm just rotating through my torso. 5 seconds and we'll switch legs. Swap legs. Tuck under, that's important. So now I've got my right leg down on the floor, low to high. Good. Just really try and rotate. And stop. Okay, nice work. So again, we're going to have a little longer rest. Catch your breath. Grab a drink. So I hope you're finding those exercises all manageable. Should be feeling them working through the glutes and through the hamstrings, but just the general lower body. And then obviously when we move into our core exercises through the abdominals and also through our obliques as well. So I'm just going to grab some weight. So this is as good as it gets for me for weight at the moment, a bottle of squash, but we'll use this just to show you how you can adapt things around your house to add a little bit of resistance to your workout, okay? So let's go in 15 seconds. We're going to start with hip thrusts. So remember, you can use the band, or if you don't have one, something heavy, lie it across your hips. So into position, let's go. So again, just making sure it's balanced there, across the hips. The movement remains the same, we're just adding a tiny bit of resistance. So keeping that lower back flat, stopping before it arches, keeping those knees in line, the ankle, chin tucked actually is another important cue here. So it's tempting to look up, but just keep the chin tucked and look forwards. Good, keep it going. And stop. Pop your bottom down or your weight. We're going to go into curtsy lunges then for the third and final time. So making sure you've got enough space around you. 5 seconds. So stepping behind and diagonally away from yourself for these ones. Poking that chest up, look forwards. You need to check your toes pointing forward, you can. Good, if you want to make this one a bit harder, let's slow it down. So 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Last one. 1, 2, 3, up. Good. Stop there. Okay, split squats then. So remember, start with your feet hip distance apart. Step 1 forwards, 1 back. And we're going to lower straight down. Remembering we've got that pulse if we're trying to make the exercise a little bit more intense. Good. Keep it going, dropping straight down. And changing legs now. Get your balance, lower and lift. Down, up. Really drop into that left glute. Not forgetting your pulse. That's there for you as well. Good job, keep it going. Almost there. And stop. Okay, let's pop the mat out. Hamstring walkouts. Lying back. Knees bent, feet flat on the floor. 2, 1, let's go. Lift the hips. Walk out away from you. And back in. Keeping those hips lifted, pelvis tucked under. Walking away, walking in. it's a bit of a struggle, feel it in the back, lower, tuck, lift, walk away, walking in. Good job. And also you can moderate this by just not walking out as far. You want this move to be felt in the hamstrings, not the lower back. So be sensible. Walk out, walking in. And stop there. Good. Okay, 2 more exercises. So we're moving into core now. So we've got those slow mountain climbers in 10 seconds. So let's prepare for the next exercise in that press up shape. Knee through to the middle, like a march. Nice and slow. So that'll be one nice straight line from head to heel. Long neck. You can pause at the top, make it harder. And if you need to make it easier, then I would lift your hands up onto a chair or your sofa. Keep that pace nice and steady. Big squeeze in at the top. Almost there. And stop. Okay, last exercise. I'm going to show you how you can wood chop with a bit more resistance, okay? So I've got my right leg up, I'm holding my water bottle. I'm going to start down low on my left hand side. Nice steady base, we're going to go from low to high. Controlling the movement, twisting that torso, keeping the hips good and stable. Good, keep that going. Long straight arms. Okay, swap legs. So I'm going to hold this down to my right and twist up and over my left leg. Good. Not swinging through the hips, just rotating through that torso. Last 5 seconds. And stop. Okay, pop your water bottle down. You are finished. Good work. Okay, well done everybody. I hope you enjoyed that workout. Like I said, a little bit different from last week with a bit more focus on the posterior chain, just to give you some more options for your workouts. Now's the time to get a little bit of recovery in. So hydrate, you can have some food, little stretch off, maybe pigeon stretch or that 90-90 hip stretch, as well as something for your hamstrings. That would be really good. And as always, if you've enjoyed this video and the workout, please let me know. Give the post a like and a comment, and that's where you can pop any questions for me that you have as well. Thank you for joining in with me. It's been really great. Enjoy the sunshine today. And yeah, for more content like this, check out my Facebook or my Instagram. You can find me at KimFitBath. I've actually just put a mobility sequence up on my Instagram, so that goes over foam rolling, trigger point release, and today a stretch sequence is going up there. So if any of that interests you, head over to Instagram, give me a follow and enjoy that content. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day and I will see you next week. Bye!